Today, let's talk about the highway of holiness. And I'm going to read to you from Isaiah chapter 35, verse 8, where we read this. A highway shall be there, and a road, and it shall be called the highway of holiness. The unclean shall not pass over it, but it shall be for others. Whoever walks the road, although a fool, shall not go astray. Most of us today take good roads for granted. We may have to live with the frustration of endless road construction, detours, and delays, but it's all for the purpose of giving us good, safe roads. We travel today over distances and at speeds beyond the imagination of people in the ancient world, and we rarely think it is something special today. But in the ancient world, it was different. A good road was a remarkable technological achievement. A good road meant trade, progress, and security. A good road cost a lot of money to make and to maintain, and most people traveled on rough paths that were better suited for donkeys than for people. The prophet Isaiah spoke and wrote some 2,500 years ago, and in a part of the world that was not as advanced as some other parts. At that time and place, Isaiah announced the greatest road construction project of all time, the building of a highway of holiness. Isaiah announced that in the ministry of the Messiah, there would be a wonderful highway, a road known as the highway of holiness. The ancient Hebrew word for highway indicates what the English word says. It is a high way. It speaks of a raised road, lifted above the ground. It's a glorious road to travel on. The construction of this highway of holiness was the greatest engineering feat ever accomplished. One may drive through long tunnels that seem to extend forever through the Alpine mountains. One may travel over amazing bridges lifted high over deep valleys carrying constant traffic. Many people look at these tunnels and bridges and they wonder, how did they make that? Well, Charles Spurgeon said this. He said, engineering has done much to tunnel mountains and bridge abysses, but the greatest triumph of engineering is that which made a way from sin to holiness, from death to life, from condemnation to perfection. At the same time, this highway isn't for everyone. The unclean shall not pass over it. You see, you can't make it on this highway by paying your way. You're only allowed on this highway if you are cleansed by the great work of the Messiah. Furthermore, whoever walks the road, although a fool, shall not go astray. When we walk on God's highway of holiness, even though His work in us isn't complete, we may still in some ways be foolish. We are safe because we are on His highway. There are guardrails on the dangerous curves, and He keeps us from falling off as He develops the wisdom and maturity in us that will also help keep us on the highway. So today, get on God's highway of holiness. Make progress on it. Invite others to join you on that highway. And remember to enjoy the journey along the way.